working. Here we go. Hello and welcome, every single one of you. It has been a hot minute since I've actually done live over here on my Facebook page, and back in the day that was where I was showing up every single day. You can still see all the content and everything I create or wants to be created through me on my YouTube channel, Eliza Mozal. But today I wanted to hop in on that live just with a little reminder, because why not? So if you are new or if you know me and you're hopping and watching that, be sure to say hello, send a little emoji and a wave, a little heart maybe, and I'm gonna say a few words that I wanted to say. So one of the, let me set this up. I'm gonna give you a minute to hop in and I will set this thing, hopefully the way it's gonna work. Yes, let's see. Okay guys, so there is a little reminder that I wanted to talk about. Hi Kelly, oh, it's so awesome to see you and all the flowers. Thank you so much. I hope you are doing well, and please let me know how are you getting on with everything. So the little reminder is about I don't know, half an hour ago, an hour ago, I was a participant in a breathwork session, and that was actually the free introduction, which I've done before. For the first time, I'm on a 6 weeks online course of breathwork, which I absolutely love. And during that 30 minutes of I was lying down breathwork session, and hi Chris, it's nice to see you. During that session, when I was lying down and breathing, maybe 3-5 minutes into the session, I had my window open in my living room. I started hearing my neighbor bursting in anger and screaming and shouting at his family member. And my head started talking, you know, my head started talking the way it always talks. And it started telling me first that it's wrong, then that it's right, and all that stuff, and what I should do with it. And through the breathwork session, just like the meditation, I'm training myself to not be run by that mind that tells me who should I be, what to do, how to be, how to see, judge, opinionate, criticize, anything, everything. And I just kept on breathing, and my mind was taking me away, you know, for a trip here and there, and I kept on returning back to that present moment. And this is the power and beauty of meditation, of the breath, of even being here and now in this conscious breath. It's that simple, and it is so powerful. I will be sharing a little bit more about the breath itself very soon as well. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I'm definitely gonna be cracking on with that. So I hear that shouting, I hear my neighbor bursting in anger, and through being conscious, through being aware that my mind tells me these things, I am able to pick and choose, just be an observer, basically, just be an observer of that. And one of the first things that came to my head is like, that's exactly me 5, 10, 15 years ago, 24/7. And that was exactly me. Wrongdoings of others were so shocking and traumatizing to me that it absolutely didn't matter if any of my friends, close ones, neighbors, co-workers will be hurt by my outburst of my anger. It absolutely didn't matter what anyone will think of them, because wrongdoing, someone making a mistake, was so huge and so unacceptable. When I was doing the inner work through the last 5.5 years, what I learned about me, about myself, to be able to stop being run by my mind, that it was actually leading me to very, very destructive behavior and thinking and feeling patterns. I have learned that it's all about control, that I'm trying to control, that if I'm gonna have this, this and that in this particular way, I'll be okay and fine. But when you look at the world that it is right now, right, everything that is going on, no matter what is your interpretation of what's going on and what's happening, you can see how little you have control over that it is outside of you. And this is the moment when it is so good and so important to remember about our magnificence. The power that we have, and no one will ever take it away from you, me, us, is how we are interpreting any type of situation that is happening within and outside of us. Usually, my natural old program reaction would be to opinionate something, judge, criticize, make some kind of statement, good, bad, great, unacceptable, blah, 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 so I can have some kind of stand. Definitely there was no way that I would be just observing something and letting things be and staying at peace. This is not how I was brought up. This is not what I've been taught when I was growing up. And I was shown that stuff by people who will show exactly the same things from generation to generation. If you ever heard me talking in the past, victims of victims, that's how things are. But as an adult, I am 100% responsible for fixing whatever it is, whatever has been put on me, and it doesn't work for me anymore, right? So I'm just literally taking full ownership of my stuff, full ownership of my shit, to be able to sort it. So I was doing that breath work, you know, my neighbor stopped shouting, and my mind kept on going and going and going. And what I've done is that I simply just chose compassion, because it led me straight away to where I've been. You know, I started seeing myself in that person because that's who I was and I still can be at times. None of us is perfect on that journey towards the growth, spiritual, emotional, human, any type of growth, you know, and it is absolutely amazing to be able to learn how to pick and choose how we are going to react. This is a life reminder of how magnificent and powerful we all are. Every single thing that is happening inside of us and outside of us can literally make a heaven and earth difference to our experiences. And what do I mean by that is that whatever you are doing and saying, it's always going to impact the world in a massive way. It's always going to create a ripple effect. It's like a calm lake at the evening when sun is going down, and you throw a little leaf on the surface of the water. It's gonna create a little ripple effect. It is going to create, you know, some kind of effect on the rest. If you're gonna throw the stone, you know, there's gonna be a little bit different ripple effect created, but it will be created as well. And this is exactly the way it is with us. We are energetic beings. We are spiritual beings having, you know, human experience. I truly deeply believe, after all the hours and years of meditating and working on myself, that I did sign up for majority of the stuff I have experienced so far. Yes, the painful stuff as well, and this is what my ego didn't want to, you know, accept at all. And I am absolutely at peace with 99% of my past. If something it is that I am not at peace at, it's the stuff that I'm still not aware of, and that breath work and meditation helps me bring that up to the surface. And we are just so amazing. The thing is that we have been shifting our time, energy, attention, money into always outside sources, and that's where we give our power away. The minute you are deciding that you are gonna get very, very, very busy loving yourself, and you're gonna slow down and quiet down, and you're gonna focus on how you think and how you feel, that's when things are changing. They've changed for me, and yes, I shifted away from that. I forgot about the breath, and I found myself feeling overwhelmed and lost and frustrated and angry, and I kept on working through that stuff that came to the surface. And then I came back to the most basic solution ever, which is this present moment, that conscious deep breath and observing the sensations in my body. So for example, someone stands next to me and tells me, you know, things, my mind tells me that they are not the things that I should hear, or they are wrong, or that I disagree with that, you know, all that stuff. I don't have to react to everything that is happening outside of me. I can just simply choose to be present, and from place of love and truth, I can simply pick and choose who am I going to be right now. And you know, the power that lies within us is absolutely magnificent, but there is no way that we will ever be able to experience even a little bit of that potential when we are constantly running, when we are constantly on the run, when we are constantly doing this and that, whatever our mind tells us that we have to do. I've been home for a few days. I'm gonna be home for another few days, and it's been just so interesting to keep on watching my mind telling me what to do. I would have a cup of tea or a cup of cocoa. That's my crazy fancy thing for the last few months. If you watch my Instagram stories, you know how much cacao I am buying, and I'm talking here about kilograms. I just love it. I just love it. It makes me feel cute. And you know, each time I would use a cup or a plate or something, I would be washing the dish, because everything has to be tidy, everything has to be sparkly and all of that. And I started, you know, noticing how much my mind is just trying to distract me from what's going on here, from everything that is going on over here. And the stuff that's going on here are those old programs and old reactions that take away that peace, that take away that true knowing of who I really am. So if you are feeling yourself in any way a little bit agitated, maybe a little bit frustrated, or maybe a little bit off your path, that's okay, that's fine. The more you will turn into stillness and exploring how that feeling feels for you. What do I mean by that? I mean, but not sit down and make it shift, make it change, manipulate it, get rid of that feeling so you can only feel good. No, it's about exploring, why do you feel frustrated? Why do you feel agitated? The only way I was ever to work through my past traumas, to work through my everything that it doesn't work for me, is by sitting down and being conscious with that stuff. I've spent years running away from myself. I've spent years abandoning myself over and over again, constantly giving my power away to other people, places and situations and experiences, forgetting I am absolutely magnificent. And yes, it did took a huge amount of willingness, huge amount of work and presence to come to the point of realizing, yeah, I am enough. I am enough. I literally don't need another book, another relationship, another, you know, holiday or this or that to find that peace. It is already within me. I think I'm starting to go a little bit long on this one. I think I'm gonna finish that live at this moment, just for now. I'm just gonna sum it up a little bit, that what I got from today so far, and it is 1:45. Today is amazing. Today is going to be an absolutely fabulous. By the way, I say that to myself every single day at the morning and during the day as well. Today, what I've noticed so far is that compassion, love, patience, and observing, and giving others and myself the space to be whoever we need to be, is extremely powerful. And as well, the way you are with yourself, you know, the way you look at yourself in the mirror, The way you think about yourself is going to affect the world in a huge way. If you're gonna spend just 1 minute dropping everything and just taking a moment out of your busy life and just appreciating yourself for being here, just appreciating yourself for being who you are, that's gonna already change the rest of your day. Already gonna affect with your energy, with who you are, with how you speak to yourself. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish with that, guys. I'm gonna wish every single one of you all the best. Please let me know if you've got any value whatsoever from that video. I would definitely appreciate that. I'm gonna wish you all the best through your day and on your journey, and I will see you soon, maybe on YouTube, maybe here. So all the best.